Please.
Hi, welcome. From the BBM company.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Pleased to meet you. Thank you.
How are you today?
Very well, thanks.
So, I'm going to review who is very perfect in team leader for the BBM company. Yeah, I'm just going to ask few questions. The first one. How will you do working as a team leader in a company?
Okay, to become a team leader, I need to be approachable to my staff first. That's the first thing. If the staff can't feel like they can come to me with any questions or queries, whether it's work or personal life, then they won't be able to trust me in the advice and guidance that I'll be able to give them.
Like, if I select you for a team leader, if you see any aggressive staff in your team, then how will you handle that? And how do you know the problems with them?
If they're aggressive towards each other, like if they're bickering towards each other, or if they're bickering towards each other, and I think it's more of a personal issue that they may have, I'll take one team member aside and not make a big issue out of it, do it very discreetly, like, oh, do you want to come have a coffee or something? Sit down and find out the core of their problem. Because obviously they're acting out for a reason, so we'll find out what the core of the problem is, then deal with the other person separately, and then perhaps I could have a word to either way, just to say, well, this person's under a lot of stress as well, perhaps you could try something like this. If we still really can't reach a solution after that, then they may need to be separated for a little while if it doesn't affect the whole of the team. If there is one person that's affecting the general mood of the whole team, then it's just not going to work. The members need to understand that this is a team job, so it requires cooperation and communication.
Do you have any bad experience to handle very aggressive customer or very aggressive?
Yes, I used to be a manager at Woolworths, so I ran the customer service desk, and I also worked in the liquor shop. So quite often I would need to turn away customers if they were intoxicated or they didn't have the correct ID. You just need to know your company policies and procedures back to front. Don't waver from them. Don't ram them down people's throats. But however, just stand firmly and kindly that this is the way we need to do things. And then also I need to lead by example by following those policies and procedures as well.
Yeah. And how will you get feedback from your customer and your members, team members?
I love social networking. Lots of feedback can be done through Facebook, through Twitter, through the staff. Basically, it's just knowing your staff members, talking to them, taking time out to ask how their day is, how they're finding things out. Also in their appraisals, which are done 6 monthly, then you get your feedback from there as well.
Okay, on the phone, how you handle if any customer has a complaint about your product?
First of all, you need to acknowledge the customer's feelings. The customer is well entitled to be angry, upset, however that is, and find out why they're feeling that way. We can't offer a solution until we know what the problem is.
How will you handle if you are out of stock, but customer need a same product and same brand, then how do you explain that?
Well, I wouldn't. Then if we were running out of stock, we need to look at why we're running out of stock in the first place. Maybe our marketing projections they obviously weren't accurate if we'd run out of stock. So we need to look back to see why we ran out. Perhaps we had a spontaneous order that was really, really large, and I just need to apologise to the customer and do our best to get it as soon as we can. I think honesty is the best way to go about that. Don't promise what we can't deliver.
Okay. If any customer come back with a product he bought a few days before, but he's not happy with that, then how do you handle that?
They're entitled to an exchange.
Good. If any staff member argue with other staff member, then And he is always under the KPIs. And how you handle to reach him to be up the KPIs?
Okay, then the staff will need to understand we're working in a team environment. So remember what team stands for. Together everyone achieves more. There's no I in team. So they need to learn how to work together. If they can't work together, then they obviously can't fulfill part of their job requirements.
And one thing more, if your sales going to decrease rather than increase,
Yes.
then how you plan to increase the sales?
Okay, so we look at our marketing strategies, look at what maybe it's the wrong time of year to be selling our particular product. We can up our marketing strategies and let's motivate our staff to make more sales. Don't come down on them and say you didn't do well enough. Let's do the opposite way, with positive reinforcement and how can we achieve more.
That's good. If you have any question, you can ask them.
No, I think you've done an excellent job of explaining about the
Thank
company.
you. Thank you very much for the interviews. I'll notice you within 1 week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Thank
look
you
forward to
very
your
much.
call. Have a
See
lovely
you.
day. Bye bye.